Report of the Peace and Social Concerns Committee approved at Iowa Yearly Meeting Conservative Annual Sessions held at Scattergood Friends School and Farm, July 2014. The Peace and Social Concerns reports from our monthly meetings reveal again how much work is being done on issues of peace and social justice and the environment. It is interesting to hear the variety of creative ways friends translate their faith into action. One of the joys of sharing this work is being shown by each other as seemingly ordinary acts of everyday life are true expressions of our work for peace. This is the motivation behind the concern that many friends have expressed, which is to gather and share our stories both among ourselves and the wider community. We have recently developed this to the point that we now have a unique software system and database to collect, catalog, and share these stories with the world via the internet. Friends are strongly encouraged to add to this database of stories of faith and peace work. The Archives Committee is exploring how this can fit into the work of the yearly meeting. When Bear Creek Friends, where this software system began, learned of the need of tribal leaders in Kenya to find a way to address the problem of transmitting their tribal knowledge to their youth, the meeting approved offering them the use of this tool. This committee has deep concerns for the damage that has been done to the earth. This led us to initiate a weekend climate conference in conjunction with FCNL environmental lobbyist Jose Aguto and Scattergood. As part of the event, the school organized an earth walk into Iowa City. A few friends participated, but many more would have been welcome. We are aware of the continuing problems of finding students and funds for the school. We must work even harder to take this burden from the school, for it is our responsibility. The upcoming 125th anniversary of the school offers a unique opportunity for us to widen the participation and intensify our focus on doing this. To draw attention to how important we feel the work of the school is to our peace and social concerns efforts, our committee has designated part of our budget to support the peace work of the school. We have found the climate conference to be a good model to focus on a specific action. Thus, our focus this year is to work with the school on the AFSC poster project related to boycott movements. We are committed to do as much as possible to help the school prepare and present this event. We asked the yearly meeting to approve letters to our U.S. congressional delegations related to the unaccompanied children crossing the U.S.-Mexico border, expressing our deep concern for the children's treatment. We also wrote a similar letter urging Iowa Governor Branstad to welcome some of these children to Iowa. The yearly meeting asked us to send letters to the governors of the other states in IYMC. We do not feel knowledgeable enough to draft letters to states other than Iowa. We encourage the monthly meetings in these states to do this task. Many friends expressed significant concern at this situation and want to move beyond writing letters. There were discussions between the clerk of this committee and staff from AFSC and FCNL, the head of the school, and head of the school committee, exploring the possibilities of hosting some of these children in the Scattergood school community. All are interested in doing what we can, but we must see how the political and legal situation evolves. Additionally, some meeting families are exploring the possibility of taking some of these children seeking refuge into their homes. One evening during these annual sessions, a number of committee members attended a vigil in downtown Iowa City related to the deaths of Palestinians during the present escalation in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. We deplore the violence of the Israeli government and call for an end to all military aid to Israel. We hear that most monthly meetings report they no longer have a separate Peace and Social Concerns Committee. The meeting as a whole serves that function. We also had a lot of discussion related to the Earth Care Subcommittee. We explained the issues behind our decision to lay down that subcommittee in an earlier report. It is important to emphasize that the increased interest in environmental concerns was one of the main reasons for returning this work to the Peace and Social Concerns Committee. We continue to delight in how the name Scattergood expresses what we try to do. We urge friends to reflect on the importance of the school to us and apply their faith and creativity to search for new ways we can make sure this fundamental work can continue and expand. Scattergood Friends School and Farm students, as well as members of this yearly meeting, which are often one and the same, are among those Robert F. Kennedy spoke of in South Africa in 1966.
Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.